Yeah, and you know, to echo that what Toby said, like our community, we don't know much about our laws,
No.
right? The laws here in America. Of course, it's not taught in our even our in homes because our parents didn't know it. But you know, for the folks that even listening and watching this, like you know, Pahu share, like this important to know the rules, whether it could be housing rules, whether it could be laws about yourself, you know, your amendment rights are important, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yep.
in America, everything is governed by the law.
Right.
Like you sue people, we're gonna take you to court. Oh, I gotta know what's going on, right?
Well, I think the problem back then was
Yeah.
it was the culture clash, right?
Culture
it was
clash.
a culture and the
Yeah.
rules within
Yeah.
our culture
Yeah.
that we were trying to assimilate
Yes.
to America
Yes.
and within their laws, and so everything was getting
hard.
confused. It was
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
Was that something that you kind of came across as an attorney? I mean,
Yeah.
trying to get everybody in line.
Yeah, well, even growing up, right? Especially the era that I grew up in, you got a lot of mixed messages,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I shared the story about going to the Hmong New Year, and I was already a college student at Davis, and I came back, and my brothers, I was always worried about them being stereotyped and profiled, and we got stopped at the gate. And they wanted to search my brothers, and they wanted to, basically interrogate my brothers as to gang status and all that. And I was like, wait a second.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, because they were wearing gang attire. And I said, gang attire? They're in gray. They were wearing gray clothes.
neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the officer said, well, gray is the new gang color this year. And I was like, you're not searching them.
Yeah.
But you know those things like
Yeah.
that the whole bridging the relationship between law enforcement and our community is something that still needs to be worked
Sure.
on,
Yes.
correct?
Sure.
And even with the judicial system, so bridging that relationship
Yeah.
between the judicial system and our community needs to happen, because otherwise in a situation like that, our parents probably would say, just be quiet, let them
Yeah.
search you, you're not a gang,
Yeah.
you didn't do anything
Yeah.
wrong, so everything's going to work out.
Right.
Whereas I think today we would have been like, wait a second,
Yeah.
that doesn't feel
Feel
right,
right,
you
yeah.
know?